after a pretty good first period here. It's a tough start to the second period. Is that really the turning point in this game?
Yeah, they score easy on a couple, and we just weren't tight enough on our guys. We didn't check hard enough in our zone and allowed them to have those zone time. Then they throw one in, they score. You got to be better.
Does that start and goal, Coach? You 3 goals on 8 shots, and you were quick to make the change, and I think for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. They're trying, and sometimes it doesn't go your way. It didn't go our way tonight.
Do you need players to be a little bit more selfish at this point? There seemed to be some opportunity just that were passed up, opportunities that were passed up.
Missed nets, 2-on-1s that, whether they made the save or we passed and got it picked off. I just didn't think we were nearly hard enough in front of our own net. We let them get to the net. I don't think we went to their net hard enough.
When you gave up those 2 early goals in that second period, though, is that deflating to the bench?
Yeah, but there's lots of game left. You can't be. There's no time to feel sorry for yourself. You got to pick it up and go. Third period we tried, just not enough.
Just on the decision to scratch Matthew Joseph.
I don't. That's just a decision we made. I think he needed a night. I think he'll come back ready.
Coach, third time in the last 4 games that Eric Branchman's been over 20 minutes. What are you seeing from him on the ice?
Well, with Shabby out, he was required to play more. He played hard, played well.
Frustration starting to set in here, do you think?
I think a little bit. I think you come out and have a really good first period and hope for more a little bit offensively. But then you come second period, you knew they were going to kind of push back a little bit, and they did. And we just need to find a way to get out of that period, not down a few goals. So, I guess a little bit, but you got to stick with it.
If you could bottle the formula that gets you to play a full 60 consistently, I'm sure you'd probably feel a lot better about your game.
Yeah, for sure. I just think in the NHL, everybody's good teams, right? So we got to, like I said, we played really good in the first period, and then we need to expect they were going to push, and teams are always going to push back on you. So you need to be able to still play inside of that as well and weather it a little bit and then get back on them. So I think it took us too long to get back on them.
Do you think, you're a little fragile right now, too, and when they get those 2 quick goals early, it's hard to handle that adversity?
Yeah, maybe you could say it's a little bit fragile. I just think sometimes when you're doing the right things and then you're not getting rewarded, and then, like you said, they score those couple goals, you kind of take a little bit of a sigh, like, oh, man, you know what I mean? And so, like I said, I think you need to be able to get back on them quicker, and I think we took a little too long to do that.
Just, it's deflating to get into that situation, right? And so quickly when you're playing so well.
Yeah, for sure. I think it is deflating, but you need to be able to get past that, because if you keep getting deflated, you're going to just keep losing. So we need to learn to be able to bounce back faster.
How do you kind of turn this around and maybe try and find some consistency here?
I think it's just doing the little things. Like I said, I thought that first period we did the little things over and over and over, and that was giving us success where we were getting in on them, and hard forechecks and quick breakouts and stuff like that didn't really have much time in our zone. So I think it's just making sure you're doing little things over and over. And like I said, when the other teams do get a little push and have a little zone time, you just need to be able to defend and weather it and then get back on them.
Is it safe to assume that momentum shifts are still getting the better of the hockey club?
I think that's fair. Parts of this game, I think in the first period especially, we played the way we wanted to, and we controlled the game. In the second period, we got away from that and cost us a few goals.
And certainly you can't complain about how you wanted to start this game and how you did start this game through the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. We wanted to have a good start here. Started the road trip, and second period, it's definitely not good enough. We're frustrated right now. We we want to play the right way. We want to do the right things, but we've been saying that we just got to go out there and actually do it.
You've been around this game for an awful long time here. Is there a magic formula for finding the way to eliminate that useless emotion called frustration?
Well, I think you play. You gotta go baby steps. One game at a time. You can't be looking at the big picture here. You look at the record, and you see it's going to be a challenge to get back in a playoff spot. But you know what? For us, it's just got to worry about Vegas right now, and that's how you get confidence. You start with one game and you build off of it. And the last two games, it's just not good enough, and we know that.
Do you think you have to do a little bit better job of reacting to adversity, like when you give up those two quick goals, maybe not backing off from what you were doing? I don't know if I'm putting that properly, but
yeah, I know what you're saying. I think you're right in a way that anytime there's any team that scores a goal, or at the end of a period where if somebody scores a goal, I think it's important the next shift you play the way we want to play and play in our structure, and we have a good game plan. We just have to execute out there.
you can't flip a switch and find consistency, but do you think that's what you need right now, that if you got some consistency, some confidence would come with it?
Yeah, I mean, when we know, when we're predictable in our teammates, and if I know what my teammates are going to do, it just makes my job a lot easier. And we're working on our game, but I think, like you said, adversity, when it's not going your way, you got to find a way to just go back to the basics, keep it simple, and then that's how you get confidence back during the game.